Hello. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. What's up? Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hello, and welcome to the stream. Great to see you all again. Is my mic crackling and popping? Hello. What the heck's going on with that? It was weird. Wait, Robert, what the? Grr. Audio issues this early in the morning. Beautiful. What the heck? Stop that. I don't like that noise. All right. Anyway, hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. You guys might not even be noticing it, but this pop is driving me nuts. I don't get what's happening here. Holy cow. All right. Anyway, welcome to the stream, and let's see who we have here this morning. Number one was P. Barnes II. What's up? Good to see ya. The Tequila Kid. How's it going? Oh, Lord KJW. Good to see you. Good morning. Let's see. P Barnes the second. Nancy Marcho. What's up, Nancy? Good to see you again. As always, Cliff Higson. Good eye. All right. Good to see you. Let's see who else we got here. P Barnes, KJW. Pax in the house. What's up? How's things in the land down under? P Barnes, Siki the Kid. Terry Brown Spriggs. Zerzu Zyquin's in the house. What's up, Zerzu? The morning president, unless it's not morning. The emotion of the day is in it. Okay. All right. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Let's see. Nancy Zerzu, P Barnes, Pack, Chelsea May. What's up? Good to see you. Good morning, my beautiful rashers. Stan Hankins. What's up? Get the hell out of here. That nonsense. um, Terry Barnes, Chelsea May, Stan Hankins. Yeah, that's right. Hit the like button, not the button, the button, because Chili said so. Oh my goodness gracious me! What's up? What's up? What's up? Seriously, Pecans to get a kid. Stan Hankins, Zerzu, Chelsea May. Oh, Scott Ammo, what's up? Happy hump day. That's right. It's Wednesday. That's right. Love it, love it, love it. Chelsea May. What's up? Just Jenny. How's it going, Just Jenny? By the way, I got like I was going back through my entries for the raffle for this month, and I got a bunch for Glenn because I kept rereading all the super chats, and you were like, make sure you put this one in for Glenn. Make sure you put this one in for Glenn. So he's got a bunch. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you, man. All right, P Bonds, Chelsea May, Lord KJW, I Kiss in the house. What's up, I Kiss? Tad Gibson, good to see you. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Gina Lehue, what's up? Good to see you. Terry Barnes, Just Jenny, Gina, P. Barnes, Salacious. That's right. Good morning, class. That's Salacious in the house. P. Barnes, Nancy, Salacious. Dino's in the house today. What's up, Dino? Good to see you. Let's see, Salacious, Gina, Peck, Just Jenny, and Anna in the house. What's up, Anna? Great to see you. Let's see, Terry Barnes, smash that like button. You know it. Dave Carver, what's up? Good to see you. Fist bumps, yeah. All right. Chris Kelly, what's up? I was when I actually I had a meeting with SMR Lab 777 when I got them to agree to appear on my show in May. And at the end, we like on here on the I had the two screens open and we were talking, and he wanted to do a fist bump, but when you're here, everything's backwards, so we were both trying to like. It was funny. Um, yeah, what's up? Fist bump. It's P Barnes the second. Salacious. Lars Micah, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Great to have you here again. Terry Barnes. Oh, Graham Graping. That's right. The one. The only Graham from the Graham and Bob Show. That's right. The Graham and Bob Show. Check them out on a YouTube channel near you. Salacious P. Barnes, Space Trucker. Come on. Doo-doo. And you're another one, Space Trucker. I got your bazillion entries for Little Chihuahua. I know. I got you, man. I got you. Or yeah. um Terry Barnes, Lars Micah, Just Jenny, Stan Hankins, conspiracy music in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Um, Terry Barnes, Zuzu. Actually, going back to that space trucker, like I'm gonna admit, I still get a little mixed up when it comes to when I see you guys in the chat, Little Chihuahua versus Space Trucker versus Tiny himself. Like, because like I guess the thing that got me is because just now I'm like, don't worry, I got you, man. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, what if you're her and the other one's anyway, I know who you guys are. You're a couple, you got the dog, it's beautiful. Their channel's great. Check out Little Chihuahua Big World. They're a great channel. They got some great videos. Good stuff, good stuff. Cute. Dog is cute as can be. Let's see, conspiracy music. Care Bear, what's up? Good to see you. B Barnes, just Jenny, Lord KJW. Oh, Becca from the Welsh News Network. Good to see you. Great to have you here. And check out the Welsh News Network YouTube channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff over there. Great stuff. We got Care Bear. Let's see. There's Quinn. No, Cody, what's up? Good to see you. Salacious and Care Bear. All right. Yeah. Oh, there's Roisin. What's up? Hi, hi, hi. We need a Canadian night. Um, Oh, Beaver's Brainy Beaver and Debo's Nation. Hey, that'd be great. I'd love to have them both on my Saturday show. Maybe we will do like, well, May I already got a couple people booked for May. Maybe June we'll make June Canadian month, all Canadian creators. I don't know. But it is a good idea. Tiny was assaulted by a woodpecker. What? Oh, that's Peck. Oh, a space trucker. I got okay. I said woodpecker. What the hell? Fabulous idea and good morning. All righty, all righty, all righty. Well, anyway, hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody once again to the stream. Great to see you all. Um, again, apparently, this is what happens when you buy cheap equipment. But I don't think it's that bad. To where I don't see any complaints. Christopher O'Connor, I think I missed you earlier. What's up? The new Kenny Klein video features an idiot. Don't they all? Don't all of our videos feature idiots? But I could definitely look that one up if you guys want to watch that. I was gonna start the stream with another KFAR video. Um, being that let's see. Yeah, actually, you know what? So, hey, effing lawyers in the house too. What's up, effing lawyer? No, you're not Terry. You're Terry Barnes. What's up? There you go, effing lawyer. Hello, what's up? Good to see you. All right, so getting right to it before we jump into the first video. As always, you always gotta start the show by taking care of business and making sure everyone's aware of what's going on. It looks like everyone here already knows, but just in case, as always, we got a monthly raffle that goes at this channel. This month's grand prize is going to include a Frauditor voodoo doll, similar to this one in most respects, but they are all handmade and therefore at least somewhat unique. They are numbered. There's a number at the bottom of his ankle. That's number 6. This one's mine. I'm keeping him. This is the star of the News Now Voodoo show, actually. There's only been one episode so far, but because right now he's under house arrest. But even in that episode, he snuck out and audited a post office. So we're gonna have to work on that. Yeah, he's sarcastic. He's a punk. Um. Anyway. Oh, it's audit them. Okay, Captain Happy, what's up? So I got audit them right there on my Frauditor troll T-shirt. That's a picture of audit them. Um, 2 FOIAs are better than 1 is what it says. Obviously, you probably can't read it from here. Captain Happy, you became legend the other day when you were trolling Jeremiah Payne. That was beautiful. Everyone is going to remember that one for years to come. You won the internet that night, my friend. Then let's see. So, and then again, the grand prizes are going to include the card set, the full set of cards, including these limited edition holofoil Schrodinger's cat cards that are individually numbered. This one's number 9 in this nice display case, unless because there's going to be 10 prizes, and 8 of them are going to be random packs like this, 8 cards in each pack. And hidden in some of these packs, in 3 of them, there's going to be 8 packs. In 3 of them are going to be hidden Schrodinger's cat holofoil cards. So that's purely luck of the draw, and a copy of my book. So those are the main prizes for this month. So we got that. That's going really good. We got a lot of entries. And again, bringing it up and talking about it, I want to mention that I've noticed that in my chats, like again, I'm always go through the next day or the night after, and damn it, that popping is driving me nuts. Like I said, none of you guys are complaining, so maybe only I'm hearing it, but I'm hearing it, and it's absolutely go click 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 in my ear. I'm gonna work on that while the video's playing. Anyway, um, so the point I'm trying to make here is it's live, and this audio is driving me crazy. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting distracted, but every time I talk, it's just like all I hear in my headphones is click, 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 click. Oh man. So that being said, the point I'm trying to make is like I've noticed that in the chats and stuff, a lot of people have been saying like, well, what if I just want the cards? Oh, Scott Ammo can hear it too. Okay. Oh, Peck already gifted 5 memberships. Yay! All right, all right, all right. Look at that. We're starting off the bet with a bang, and time for a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Um, so anyway, um, yeah, so a lot of people have been asking, like, well, what if I just want the cards? Like, the whole point of the raffle was so that people who can't necessarily afford to get like a full set, um, can potentially win a set, and that's great. But if you do want to just straight up get a full set of cards, email me and we can work that out. It's not a problem. Um, but also keep in mind if you want to do that, that um, April is the final month that I'm going to be selling Series One of the cards. After that, I'm going to be completed with Series Two, and Series One is going to be retired. I'm literally, and what I do when I retire cards, like with the Schrodinger's cat card, after I printed these out, these limited edition ones that I have here that are numbered, after I printed them out, I deleted the original file that I used to create them. So that even if I wanted to do it again, it would be physically impossible for me to make it exactly the same. And that's what I'm going to do after May 1st. Basically, I'm going to just not just launch Series 2 of the cards, but I'm going to completely delete all the files I used to make Series 1. So they're going to be retired after that. Um, ah, sorry. Okay. All right. Take it easy, Lars. All right. Thanks for dropping in. Drop a like on your way out. Anyway, I'm gonna get started with the first video right away so that I can work on these audio problems in the background while the video's playing. Sorry, guys. It's just even if you can't hear it, I can, and it's driving me nuts. I can't even concentrate on entertaining you people because you people. What do you mean, you people? I mean, you wonderful, beautiful, fantastic people that I love. My hashtag Rash Morning Crew. Uh, oh, wait a minute. Is Chili live right now? Effing lawyer. Uh, let's see. Let me see. Um, Chili, Willie, the poop hammer. Delete laws. Let's see. What's he doing? That says upcoming. Uh, Update on Jeremiah. That's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Not 4 a.m. Oh, unless you're talking about Crybaby Cop learns a lesson after barking orders. That was yesterday. Ugh. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with him today. Let's get back to the original plan. All right, he went live earlier. I got you. I got you. All right. So anyway, like I said, let me get into this KFAR video just so I can work some more on this audio issue. But first, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into that, uh, no offense, there has some of us aren't even people. You're not a Bob. I know the difference between a Graham and a Bob, and you're not a Bob. You're a Graham. So if you're not going to put a Bob up there, then don't tell me that. But Mr. Suzanne Quinn, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, which entitles you to a Hezekiah happy dance. All right. And of course, Space Trucker with a $20 bomb. Oh, yes. To put Captain Happy in the raffle. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Space Trucker, for that. That's fantastic. You're going to get 2 happy dances for that one. Hold on. There's that one. And then I'm also, just for you, I'm also going to do the special edition that I just invented yesterday. Let's see. Here we go. Let's try it. All right. All right. Did that work? Try to keep it to the beat, but it's hard because I'm looking at the camera and not what I'm doing. Anyway, let's play the video, and while we're doing that, let's add Captain Happy to the list, as well as another entry for Zuzu's Iquin. All right. Yay. I love you guys so much. You're the best. My morning crew, we don't fool around. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
So this sovereign citizen, Freeman on the land, whatever, I think he's in Canada somewhere. This is the closest thing I've heard to the Judge Hurley, David Hall go back and forth.
Okay, when I am you not see the person, David Hall, tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right?
Sir, then may I ask what my remedy is?
So this guy's going to be the closest thing to that I've heard in the longest time. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll cut in when I need to. I've seen it on Van Valiant. I've seen it on Common Sense Academy. We're going to watch it again because it's that good.
I forgot to get that to you too. That was supposed to be with the that's a bill of exchange. That was supposed to be with the package, and I had it was in this other thing, and I got it. I misplaced it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So first of all, does this, like, it got rid of the cracking, but does this make my voice sound too muted now? And if so, how about this? There you go. I think that's better. Anyway, I have to address this because up in lawyer is like, wait a minute. Chili was trying to argue probable cause and reasonable articulable suspicion, and he doesn't understand the difference between the two. Well, oh man. First of all, obviously they are similar, but they both, yeah, they both do fall under different categories. I don't know specifically, I didn't see the video he's talking about, so I'm just gonna make up a completely random fictitious example for y'all. All right. But oh, by the way, Mike's here, ladies and gentlemen. Mike's here. Thank you. Thank you, Mike, for joining us. Always good to have you here. All right. So anyway, so let's say, for example, that you're driving and you don't have a license plate on your car. That's probable cause to pull you over. Now you get pulled over, the cop asks you for ID, and you're like, or the cop says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And you say, "Yes, no, wait, what?" That's where RAS starts to come in. Like, whoa, wait a minute. I had probable cause to pull you over. Now I have reasonable articulatable suspicion that there's something else going on because you're acting a little funky, pal. So that's an extremely simple explanation of the difference between the two. And if Chili can't understand a concept that easy, yeah, of course not. It's Chili. Yes. Man, how could somebody who puts such what's up, Market Belgium, who puts such a huge emphasis on his studiousness to where he prints it on the back of his shirt that he's a scholar, not understand such simple concepts so easily? I mean, he's so dumb. Chili de Castro is so stupid. And if anyone doesn't believe he is, go back and look at some of my chili videos. One of my favorites is I pointed out a video where I edited to point out him saying dates incorrectly. Now, in general, I could see someone, saying, well, wait a minute, Hezekiah. I know that Chili's an idiot, but not everybody is great at memorizing all the different dates of all these different things. And that's all fine and good. But he's got a picture, a poster that he made on the wall behind him. He's pointing at the poster with the dates written on it. And he's saying the date's wrong. All you got to do is, and there's your date. Like, oh, the guy's stupid. Anyway, let's get back to this other idiot.
All right, thank you. I'm glad you guys keep insisting on calling.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'm here for that matter. Your Honor, I'm here for this matter today. Well, no, that gives you jurisdiction. I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing the game, Your Honor. I'm here to settle the matter.
Let me point out what you signed Godfrey Lewis Garden Harris.
Did you see how I signed? I hyphenated my name.
My turn, I said. Again, where it's highlighted, Godfrey Garden Lewis Perry. None of this incorporation nonsense. Another one. Godfrey Lewis Garden Perry. Godfrey Lewis. There's about 10 of them on that one.
It's a trust that I'm the beneficiary for.
Godfrey Lewis Garden Perry. That's you.
It's not me.
Get on the X.
It's not me. It's not me, Your Honor.
Get on the X. So here's the problem. I sent you a.
If I get on that X, it's because I'm under duress.
Yes, go ahead, under duress. Step on the dot.
So
under duress.
is every man not equal? Is every man not equal under the law, Your Honor?
Step on the X. Sheriff, help me step on the X. Start filing all these nonsense documents, I'm gonna start worrying about your mental health again. You understand that?
Of course you will.
Now, what's your intention with regards to these breaches of probation?
I want to settle this matter.
Well,
Every
not guilty or guilty, please, sir.
I don't plead anything, Your Honor.
All right.
I plead to my Creator.
Setting down for trial. Time for trial, Ms. Brown.
Ms. Brown, since you brought the controversy, I want to bring remedy. What is the remedy?
The remedy is you'll end up in jail probably at some point in time. You don't start behaving properly. That's probably the remedy.
That's threats.
No, it's the law. Full day.
I think that's safe. It's primarily one term witness.
But there may be difficulties.
Yes.
Are you gonna have a lawyer to represent yourself?
I can represent myself.
All right. So, you have your disclosure.
Yes, he does.
All right, you have all your disclosure. It's your responsibility, sir, to be here on time, to be ready for trial. If you don't show up, there will be an arrest warrant for you. Understand that?
I don't understand legalese, sir.
All right, that's fine. Well, you're right. You certainly can write a lot of legalese for somebody who doesn't understand it. Yeah.
I know what you guys are doing in
You
here.
almost contradict yourself because you make no sense. Date for trial. Early date, that's gonna go. I'm not dragging this out to next year.
And I can advise that put notice on that Crown will be relying upon certified copies of the creation order because that service may be difficult.
Again, I came in your honor to settle the matter.
Well, I tried.
But now you're in dishonor, sir. State for the record that you're in
Friday,
dishonor.
the 28th of this year is your trial, sir. Be ready for it. You understand?
You're the trustee and I'm the beneficiary.
I'm the judge.
And you're not doing your duty as a trustee.
That's wonderful. Fill my card Friday, April 28th, at 9:30 for trial.
I came here in honor to settle the matter and you're not willing to accept my offer.
You a bunch of nonsense.
It's not a bunch of nonsense. You know that it's a trust.
Silly documents that make no sense.
You're trying to maintain, are you trying to maintain the bankruptcy, honor? That's what you're trying to do, to maintain the bankruptcy.
All right.
Yeah, I don't own anything. You own everything. You're an owner. It's not your honor, you're an owner.
All right.
You don't have to, I'll walk it. My car's up back. Terrorist organization.
So this reminded me of the David Hall, Judge Hurley go back and forth. He just wanted his remedy. Well, like the judge said, the remedy was jail. Do this, don't do this. If you don't do it, there's jail. Good luck. Now, I know Team Skeptic covered it. I covered it. Maybe a few other people covered it. The guy who was trying to pay his rent with a secret account that was created when he was born that had billions of dollars in it, but he couldn't prove that it had billions of dollars in it. That's kind of along the lines that this guy's trying to play. It's an absolute joke of a statement. So everybody knows that secrets have less chance of being a thing the more people know about it. If everyone supposedly knows about this $1 billion for your social security number, how is it still a secret? Oh, that's right, because it's fake. These guys bought some random BS pamphlets, binders full of paperwork from these gurus that just lied to them because they were dumb. They have a low IQ. They said, that guy's an idiot. I'm going to sell him some paperwork. Maybe throw in a trifold. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. None of that's going to fly. I thought Van said it was Nova Scotia, so I honestly don't even know why he's using the American sovereign citizen, unless he was wrong of where it was, which is actually starting to happen more and more. You'll see UK auditors, Australia, New Zealand, Freeman on the land, quoting American sov-cit rhetoric, which is weird because it couldn't be further from like the Constitution wise for each one. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed that. As my Canadian friends say, peace out.
That's funny. It almost sounded like you said pea soup instead of peace out. Peace out. Okay, so that's one of the things about these guys, and this guy, mentioned it, and it's Texas Tim, what's up? And that's a big part of the problem. And that's why, again, I don't like to harp too much on the whole Chase Allen situation, but it just shows how bad it can be. When you look at Daryl Brooks, when you look at Chase Allen, when you look at those two random guys that somewhere on YouTube, there's that video of those two random sovereign citizens that get pulled over and then just start shooting at the cops and kill them. There's another video where a sovereign citizen gets stopped and pulls a gun on the cop, but the cop is able to act quick and stop the guy from shooting her. Part of the problem, a huge part of the problem with these idiots, is that they are convinced, the ones who actually believe in it and aren't just trying to use it as an excuse to get out of paying traffic tickets, right? The true believers believe that the judge knows, the cops know, the lawyers know that this sovereign citizen stuff is true. Hey, you need to stay, pay for the crime you committed. No, I don't. I wrote my name in hyphens when I gave you the paperwork. Therefore, now I unlocked your secret code, pal. Now there's nothing you can do. And you know you can't because I put my name in hyphens. And they think that the judges and the lawyers and all of them are trained that if somebody writes their name in hyphens, there's nothing you can do. They believe that if you reject their jurisdiction, then there's nothing they could do. Like, they think that not only do they think that this sovereign citizen nonsense is true, but they think that everybody knows it, but it's a secret. Like Kfar said at the end there, right? The whole thing with your social security number being a secret billion-dollar bank account in your name, but that the government's trying to hide from you. Like, if that was true, then how come only these idiots are the ones that ever found out about it? And you can look it up. Anytime anyone ever actually tries to do that, they always end up in jail for fraud. So, yeah. And then if that was also true, then how come every single person, as soon as they retire, didn't get $1 billion from their Social Security? You get Social Security checks, you get like a couple $100 a month, maybe a couple thousand if you worked hard and made a lot of money and put a lot into Social Security. But if these guys were right, then you'd be getting billions. In fact, the national debt of the country would be, just to pay Social Security, just the amount of money that's in this secret trust fund would be more money than exists on Earth to cover billions of dollars for literally everyone who's alive. Like, that's like, there was a famous video that Schrodinger's cat did years ago where the lady asked, like, she got pulled over and she said, well, my fee schedule is, oh, no, she sued the bar for, I think it was like $300 trillion or something, like 3 times more than the GDP of the planet. Like, it was some insane number of money that doesn't even exist, right? Like $1 billion. $1 billion doesn't even exist in 1967, kind of a thing, right? Oh. And and it is stupid and gullible people who fall for this. The problem is, you would think by now the cat would be out of the bag to the point that this is nonsense and nobody would fall for it anymore. But I guess, as long as people are making money off of the lie, they're going to keep selling it. What's up, Rube? Rube Knocks a Million in the house. What's up? From the left coast area. Anyway, there's that. And then, the next video I wanted to show today is a video from my co-host on my Saturday afternoon show. This weekend's guest, by the way, is going to be Blackheart Knight. Is going to join me in Frauditor News Network. It's going to be a great show. I'll probably be dropping the commercial for that later today. I usually try to do all that stuff by Wednesday. So, did I say hello to Tad Gibson, by the way? Hello, Tad. What's up? Sometimes I forget who I said hello to and who I didn't every day. So excuse me if I say your name more than once. How dare I? Chris Kelling, how about the Moors? They tried to put a lien on people, including cops and judges. Well, you know what? Moors love to go into people's houses when there's nobody home and just move in. And then, unfortunately, because a lot of places have squatters laws, it makes it hard. Oh, hold on. Let's see. There is no secret code. In fact, my law school, they emphasize not using Latinish language, speaking plainly. I didn't actually love prosecuting way more than defense, but I hoped $4. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, exactly. I know there's no secret code. That's the problem. These idiots think there is. Oh, man. There's a sucker born every minute. P.T. Barnum. That's exactly right. Oh, yeah. And, like I said, as long as they could sell this ideal to people and people are willing to pay for it, look at the Moors selling their Moorish IDs and the sovereigns selling their license plates and their fake passports and all this other nonsense, Like I said, that goes back to what I was saying about the whole like Chase Allen thing, right? The moment that led to the officer wanting to pull him from the car is a perfect example of exactly the type of situation I'm talking about, because he won't give him a driver's license because he doesn't need a driver's license because he's traveling. So he shows him his passport. And the officer says, okay, so this, what's up, holding my groin? So this passport says Chase Allen. The officer, not understanding that he's talking to a soft idiot, doesn't get the concept that a person and a name are supposed to be two different things. So when he says this passport says Chase Allen and the kid in the car says, that's not me, the cop's thinking that he just admitted to giving him a fake passport or someone else's passport because he's saying that's not his name on there. And again, everything that happened after that was when it went nuts. But the point I'm trying to make is just the mentality of it. How they think, oh, the cop knows. He knows that that's not my name. And when I say it's not, that's going to be a gotcha. But the cop doesn't know that. And when you say that it's not a gotcha, it's a, so what? You're telling me that you gave me a fake ID or you gave me someone else's ID? Just like when you go to court. Is so-and-so Smith here? No, I'm not so-and-so Smith. Oh, well, when so-and-so Smith shows up, then we could have the trial. Well, I'm here because that is so-and-so Smith. But they just won't say it because they're convinced somehow that it's some secret code. I don't know. Anyway, here's a new Frauditor News Network video. My partner on Saturday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Saturday night Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network Saturday Night Snafu. And again, this weekend's guest is going to be the one and only Blackheart Knight, ladies and gentlemen. Frauditor News Network.
Good evening. This is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone.
Today we find a frauditor called the Angry Vet who starts off angry but then escalates to a total tantrum when he doesn't get his way by no-nonsense officers, leading to a walk of shame here in the Frauditor Zone.
So we're here at the police station at Perry Point VA Hospital. I am here to report a crime. So
VA hospital?
Let's get to it.
You go to the VA
Maybe we'll take a
hospital
look
to
inside
report a
all their
crime?
vehicles first.
What?
I'm probably too mad to be doing this right now. I still have not.
Wait a minute. I know that we just started and we haven't even gotten into it yet, but I mean, okay. Somebody does something illegal. You're a witness. You saw what they did. You know what they did. So you are going to report on the crime. You're going to report the crime you witnessed. Do you go to the police to report the crime? No, go to the VA. Sorry, I should have gave you a headphone warning. Too mad and too stupid. I need to report a crime, so that's why I'm here at the VA. The hell are you talking about? Oh, man, these people are so dumb. So dumb, so dumb. I mean, why? Is he saying that? I mean, obviously, we'll see throughout the course of the video, but I mean, is the point like the crime was committed at the VA? So, like, if you're in Walmart and somebody stabs somebody in Walmart, you don't call the cops, you call the manager or the lady behind the register. Hey, there's a crime here. All right, let me call the cops. No, I'm going to set up a meeting with the owner of Walmart and tell him there was a crime committed in one of his stores. Okay, call the cops. Like, the hell? What's up, Nicky Small Boy? Good to see you. Mike, what's up? I said hello earlier. Perfect. B Barnes, what's up? He's going to report a crime. Police station is on hospital grounds. He's going to the VA police to report. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, see, you know what? I should just let the video play before I open my damn mouth. I'm having fun with it, though. Ted Gibson. There's a police force at the VA here in Houston. Oh. All right. Well, that's good then. That's good. Then let's go harass the VA because they have a police station there. For some reason, I don't get the feeling that this guy's intentions are good, but let's find out.
Comes down from all this horse shit.
What's up, Grandpa's?
Bravo to this frauditor for having enough sense to realize that he's too angry to do it right now. But then I have to take it back since he's not smart enough to listen to it. I know frauditors hate taking directives, but when you refuse to take your own directives, that's where you sink further into the pool of pitiful idiots.
So yeah, let's
Also, I would like to also point out, as is mentioned by Billy Yank, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to the VA to report a crime. This crime is so heinous. This crime is so egregious that I'm angry about this situation. I'm going to go to the VA and report this crime right now. But first, let me hang out in the parking lot for 45 minutes filming random cars for no reason. Okay. I'm a fraud and I'm an idiot because I'm dumb. That stupid stuff is true. How stupid are you, dude? PayPal Patty checking door locks, right? Oh.
you know what I mean? Huh. Look who it is. Look who it is. I got business to take care of here.
Okay, well go take care of your business for me.
I'm trying to do that now. But you're not being very polite. I need to report a crime. Can you do that for me? Lieutenant? Lieutenant.
Right back.
Yeah, okay.
Disregard them too.
Yes. That's a good idea, Sarge.
They're doing this, it's over.
I'm trying to get by, Sarge. Trying. Kind of hard though with my condition and being incarcerated for a crime I did not commit. You know, that's kind of hard for me. You know, so I'm out here doing some public information and public safety. You know, we don't want you police officers running around here with, you know, bad tires and stuff like that.
So what crime you want to report today, Mr. Soper?
Are you recording me, Officer Farrar?
Yes, Lieutenant Farrar. Yes, sir, I am.
It's officer to me.
All right.
You don't deserve the rank of lieutenant.
Okay, what crime you want to report today, sir?
A theft.
A theft of what?
Well, I can't report it to you.
You don't want to report it to me?
No, because you're the criminal.
I'm the criminal. Okay.
Right. You're the person who stole my phone from an innocent woman.
Okay.
You literally threatened her with arrest if she didn't do what you told her to do.
If anyone else would have uttered those words, I might believe it. After all, there are bad cops out there. However, this is a frauditor, so I knew right away that it was bullshit. And not being familiar with this frauditor at all, I checked his channel and was able to sniff out the stench of bullshit. Let's watch what really happened.
Flashback.
I have an appointment at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. You're not the Cecil County Sheriff's Department. You're not the Cecil County Sheriff's Department.
So we're getting police. So you know we got a warrant for you, right?
Tell me what I'm being arrested for.
You're in violation of a federal crime of videotaping and audio taping without people's consent. So do me a favor, can you just turn around and just put your hands behind your back so we can just get this out the way, okay?
But how long is this going to fucking take, man?
Look,
What is your name?
my name is Sergeant McLean.
McLean
Yeah.
2092.
Yes.
McLean 2092 and
Officer Johnson, 3851.
Officer A. Carson Johnson. You get your married
Okay, so
name
come
or
on,
whatever.
let's just
3851.
You got your phone?
she got
That's your phone?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Hold on.
No.
Sir?
No. You got a search warrant?
No, sir.
Go get in the car and leave. Go get in
Do
the
me a
car
favor.
and leave.
I have a warrant. I have a warrant for his arrest.
I don't give
Yes.
a That's a warrant for my
I have
arrest,
a warrant for his arrest.
not my phone.
Okay.
And
That's
his
part of
phone
it.
is
No, it
is
ain't
part of the
neither.
evidence that he
No, it ain't. Get
It's
the
part of
warrant
evidence.
for my phone. Get the warrant for my f***ing phone, and then you can have my phone. You have a warrant for my arrest, not my
Can you
phone.
hand me the phone, please?
You better not f***ing do it. You better not f***ing do it. You better not. You better not f***ing do it. That's the phone.
Okay.
Why?
It's part of the evidence. That's
Well,
what, that's what he,
Is
That's what-
there something you can
talk to
show
us.
me for that? Because I shouldn't have to give it to you unless I see something.
see a warrant.
Do you? Yeah. What do you?
Of course, I have the warrant. What I'm
Does
saying
it say on the warrant to take the phone?
is, ma'am,
I'm not. I'm.
listen to me.
I
I'm trying to
understand.
explain it to you as simple as possible. He's being charged with wiretapping. The evidence used for that is the phone. He used that for that purpose, which means that is evidence. And you can record me, that's fine. You can keep recording, that's fine. But it's evidence. And I don't want you to get involved in this. I mean, you can record, you can do whatever you want, but I don't want you to get in any type of trouble by impeding investigation. Okay? So
I would like to call his lawyer first, please.
Could you imagine, like, they never, like I always say about these idiots, they never think any of their arguments through to a logical conclusion. If that was the way it actually worked, with what he's talking about, then what that would mean is like if it was a murder and he stabbed someone with a knife, and then the cop came and said, "Hey, I need to confiscate that knife." He'd be like, "Whoa, wait a minute. That's my knife. You can't take my knife." It's like, "But I need it because it's got the blood of the victim on it. Like that proves that nope, no, that's my knife." Like, "Hey, you're being charged with filming stuff on this phone. So we need the phone because it's got the evidence that you used the phone to film on the phone." "Nope, sorry, you can't have it." Like, what an idiot. What an idiot. And the fact that he calls it stealing. You stole my phone by confiscating it. They think anytime a cop takes anything that it's thievery, or if the cop takes you, that's kidnapping, right?
You, by all means, you can call his lawyer. But I'm asking you, can I have the phone now?
End of flashback.
Well, there you have it. Just like I expected, there was no theft. Now let's continue with this angry man's desire to file a police report on the police officer who did not commit a crime.
Okay. So I need to report the crime of theft over because, well, you know, the phone's pretty expensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well,
you didn't have it. And you didn't have
you can get your phone back after.
When can I do that?
When it goes to trial.
When it goes to trial. But here, let me ask you something, Lieutenant. You said you needed the phone for evidence, right? No, you needed that phone for evidence, right?
I'm not at liberty to.
But you needed it for evidence. Why'd you take it then?
He just said it himself that it was taken for evidence. Not only does this douche canoe not take his own directives, but he doesn't even believe the very things that he says. This douche has problems way beyond just being angry. And oh yeah, way beyond committing crimes too.
I'm not at liberty to discuss your case.
Why'd you take my
You
phone?
can go through your attorney.
Why'd you take my
You
phone?
can go through your attorney.
Don't
Talk to the state.
Don't erase that. Is that your personal? Is that your personal phone?
Don't.
Is that your personal phone?
Not your concern.
Is that your personal phone?
Not your concern.
It's not.
That is not your concern. No, sir.
Really?
That is not your concern. Like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss your personal case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a criminal
Then why are
proceeding
you out?
coming
Then
up.
why are you out here? Then why the f are you out here?
Because we got a report of you walking through the parking lot, looking at cars, looking at windows.
And that's a problem?
Yes, it is.
How's that a problem?
Yes, it is.
How's that a problem?
I'm just letting you know.
I mean, am I breaking the law? Is that me breaking the law? You gonna arrest me again for something that I didn't do?
So you don't want to report the crime?
I'm not reporting it to you because that is a conflict of interest. I need to report a theft. So I suggest you get your supervisor involved, and so I can report the theft.
Okay.
I agree in that he should get the supervisor involved. Supervisors need a good laugh too, you know.
Okay? Get your supervisor. Get your supervisor.
You have a good day.
What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean have a good day? You're not gonna take my complaint?
You just told me you didn't want me to take my complaint.
You can't take your own complaint, you dummy. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't take your own complaint.
Hey, listen, you have a good day, Mr. Soper, okay?
Are you? So you're not gonna do it?
You can go in and talk to the major if you like.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's go.
You can go in and talk to the
Yep.
major if you like.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yep. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, after you.
After you, sir.
Oh no, after you. Oh no, you're too pretty. You're too pretty to go behind me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's walk.
No.
Let's walk.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Soper, here's what's going on.
Yes, sir.
About your cell phone.
Yes, sir.
Was it person you with your wife or your girlfriend?
That's my wife.
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
They knew.
I wasn't there. Okay.
What's going on
What's
right now?
going
You
on
going to
is-
take the complaint?
No, there is no. They said your phone was taken as evidence. Your wife called your attorney, as I understand, and he's the one that said for her to hand over the cell phone as per at that time.
After she was threatened with
So,
arrest.
I'm just
After she
reporting,
was
sir.
threatened with arrest.
Sir, I'm just letting you know that your attorney told her to hand over the cell
After she was threatened with
phone.
arrest.
Hand over the cell phone.
After she was under duress and threatened with arrest.
That's what happens when you don't comply with an officer's orders. You get threatened with arrest to give you a chance to comply. Had she complied the way she should have from the start, she would not have been threatened with arrest. So what is the problem here? By the way, just to make a point about this silly, tiring thing frauditors love to throw around, had that officer been a tyrant, there would not have been a threat of arrest because he would just have ripped it out of her hand by force. Just an FYI.
Your phone is into evidence. You can talk to your
It was
attorney.
stolen. My phone was stolen.
You can talk to your attorney about it.
I want to file a report.
There's no report to file. It's into evidence.
Well,
It's
why'd you need it for evidence?
evidence, sir.
Clearly you had enough evidence to arrest me. So what'd you need the phone for? Like, you see where I'm coming from here? You guys are digging yourselves a deeper hole than needs to be. I want to speak to your supervisor.
You already talked to my supervisor, Lieutenant Ferraro.
Well, I want to speak to his supervisor. When's he going?
Major Culberson earlier.
No, I didn't.
Earlier and reported him.
No, I didn't.
About where you're allowed to.
Yeah, and he danced around the damn First Amendment then too. So is he not gonna come out?
He's not going to talk to you.
He's not gonna talk now. So the major doesn't want to come out and talk to me about what happened. Is that what you're saying? Are you done? I'm not done with my business here.
So, Mr. Soper.
Lieutenant, I need to speak to your supervisor. You going to get him out of here or not?
Mr. Soper, at this point, you need to call your attorney and let him know it's an active case. He's aware of it. It's an active case.
Wait a minute. My
Your attorney.
report of a crime is not even active yet because you haven't taken the report.
Because it's not a theft.
Do you have internal affairs here? Do you have internal affairs throughout the VA police department?
At this time, you need to go.
At this fucking time, you need to answer my questions, Lieutenant. Period.
Listen to me.
Do you have internal affairs?
I haven't cussed at you.
Well, you're starting to piss me off.
I haven't cussed at you.
Well,
I haven't disrespected you. All I'm telling you is you need to go and talk to your attorney.
No, I need
to go through everything.
I need to speak to internal affairs. I need to speak to internal affairs.
In reference to this case,
I want information on internal affairs now. Now, I want phone numbers. Lieutenant, now. I want it now. I'm here for information.
Anything in
You're going to give it
reference
to
this
me.
case,
You're going to give it to me.
anything in reference to this
I
case,
also need to make a Freedom of Information Act request.
that goes down to 361.
What are you talking about?
You want to make a FOIA request that goes through 361.
Who?
Release of information.
Can you give me the information?
I just gave it to you. 361. Go to building 361. Listen to me.
Not allowed in 361, you big dummy. You banned me.
All right, listen.
God, what is wrong with you? You banned me from the hospital. I'm not allowed to go there. You need to give me the
This
information.
conversation is over. Okay?
Give me the information, Lieutenant, now.
Go through your attorney. Go through your attorney.
Do you have internal affairs?
Go through your attorney.
Do you have internal affairs?
Have a good day.
I don't copy. I'm still lost.
All right.
Still lost, Lieutenant. Still need help. I need help.
He definitely needs help.
I need help.
That's for sure. What's up, Lisa?
For what?
Archangel 3.
You're going to arrest me now?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, that'd be
I
great.
need information, and I can only get it from you.
And he gave it to
What
you.
he needs is to take some deep breaths, calm down, and then head to the nearest psychiatrist to get put on some strong medication. Too bad they just don't have a pill to fix his ignorance problem.
You're the only person that can give it to me. This is fucking ridiculous.
No, this case not.
If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It's now time to cool down from the Frauditor zone. The link to the cool down video is right above, and the link to my entire new cool down channel is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and hit the like button. Good night.
All right, all right, all right. That's great stuff. Always enjoy watching idiots being stupid. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I have to acknowledge a super chat from Welsh News Network. Thank you so much for the £2. And of course, that entitles you to a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. One of the things that I like to point out about situations like this one, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately too. This might even become like the subject of a future episode. Just in general, the idea that, and like I said, I've talked about this before, but I'd like to get into a little bit more depth into it, or in depth into it, is this idea that like they'll ask a question like he just did. And I mean, they all do this, right? Rogue Nation does it. DMA does it. They all do it. Long Island Audit, them against whatever. They'll ask a question to whoever they're asking it to, whether it's a cop or a judge or a lawyer or a random person on the street or the lady who works behind the counter at the DMV, whatever. And if they don't like the answer, they won't accept it. Hey, I want to fill out a FOIA request. Oh, well, you have to go to the blah, blah office. That's where they got the forms. No. What do you mean, no? Now, in this case, he's like, well, I've been banned from that office, and you know that. So why would somebody get banned from the office where you go to get a FOIA form? Like, what the hell are you doing that you got banned from there in the first place? And I'll tell you what, I don't know, specifically where he lives or his jurisdiction or whatever, but I'll tell you right now, I guarantee you, I could go on Google and fill out FOIA forms online. That is a thing. All of these frauditors love to ignore the fact that you could do it online, especially when people say, well, you could just go to the website and do it. They'll tell them that. But again, they will not accept the answer. And that's a big part of the problem. Like, if they don't like the answer to the question, as far as they're concerned, you didn't help them. You're supposed to be my servant. You're supposed to service me. That's why I say, like, it's exactly the same thing as going into McDonald's, ordering lobster bisque, and then getting mad at them when they don't have it. You're supposed to serve food here. That's food. Give me my food. I want to sue you for not giving me food. Like, it's literally the same thing. You walk into a place that doesn't do what you're asking them to do, and when they don't do it, you're not providing me service. You're supposed to do what I say because you're my servant, and I'm telling you to give me this. Yeah, but we don't have that here. No, you're the servant. I'm the master. I'm telling you to do it, so you do it. Well, yeah, but this is not where we do that. No, I don't care if this is where you do it or not. I told you to do it, so you do it. Like, and the other people are the tyrants. That's what really blows my mind. These guys want to walk into city halls, walk into DMVs, walk into post offices, walk into freaking Denny's, walk down the street and start barking orders at people. And when they don't listen, they call those people tyrants. What? I'm telling you, like eating crayons, licking windows, and eating paint chips doesn't explain the stupidity of these guys. These guys are even dumber than that. Like, there's got to be some weird chemical like that somebody's inserting into their brains. Like I said, I came up with a conspiracy theory that their brains were like the government was 3D printing brains and sticking them in these guys' heads. But then someone was like, "No, don't say that. The targeted citizens are going to say, see, we were right." Oh man. They could do requests online, but then they wouldn't be able to start a confrontation, and that's what it's all about. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Who's this? SSUM was live last night. Going over what? Nashville shooting was a Lisa, the fact of the matter is that is so recent. I'm not touching this comment with a 275-foot pole. Y'all can read it yourself. I ain't touching it. Blue Moon, what's up? How old is he? Did he say he was in Vietnam? Man, I hope not, because I know he ain't that old. Probably saying that he's no, Lisa, I know you know. But yeah, probably one of those Gulf War vets, right? Here's the thing with a lot of those, because I know about like stolen valor and all that. With a lot of those guys, I don't necessarily think that he's lying about having served or whatever. With a lot of these guys, I think the problem is it's the same thing. I mean, I'm talking about on a psychological level, right? It's exactly the same thing as someone who gets pulled over for speeding or whatever it is. They get a ticket and then they get all sad and butthurt about it and dedicate the rest of their lives to being a frauditor, right? Someone like Chili DeCastro who gets arrested for what was it, GHB, and because he didn't like being arrested for that, he dedicates the rest of his life to being anti-cop, right? Like these people get busted for something, and instead of being adults and taking responsibility for their actions, it's not, I got pulled over because I was speeding. It's, I got pulled over because cops are bad. It's not, I got pulled over because I didn't have a plate on my car. It's, I got pulled over because cops are bad. It's not, I got arrested because I had illegal drugs. It's, I got arrested because cops are bad. Right? Everything is because it's the other guy. It's never taking responsibility for their own actions. So I don't know anything about this guy or any of these guys' history with their military service, but obviously something happened, just like when these guys get arrested and are butthurt by the cops for the rest of their lives. Something happened when they were in the military that made them butthurt against the military for the rest of their lives. Oh, the hat had naval ribbons, and he said he's from the Army. Yeah. I thought he was the angry veteran. Holding my groin. The angry veteran. Oh, I thought it was the angry veterinarian. Boom. See, I need to get a boom button. Oh, that's not it. That's definitely not it. No. Yes, yes. And speaking of which, you guys are
Awesome.
all right. And yes, you guys are very awesome. I love you guys so much. It's always good to have you, Chris Kelling. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier, by the way. But yeah, again, I'm not gonna dig too deep into that. I just, in general, the whole point is that whether the guys, hey, little Chihuahua's here, what's up? Whatever was being said earlier, the fact of the matter is, we know that the guy's full of crap, and that all these guys are full of crap, and that's another part of the problem. Like with their military service or whatever, when someone's a frauditor, they're so expert at lying and building false narratives and twisting things and talking in circles and conning people and all of that, that even if they're telling the truth, it becomes really difficult to take their word for it. Like, you're known for lying, so why are you so surprised when we don't believe you when you say something? We're gonna double check everything that you say after that because you lie all the time. Society Red, what's up? Nicky Small Boy. Lots of stuff going on today. But let's see, just reading the chat right now, getting caught up with you guys. Oh yeah, effing lawyer is saying if you commit the crime and then the cops arrive and they subdue you, it's not the cops' fault. You committed the crime. Yeah, manufacture and sale of GHB, exactly. Oh, and then we got our resident ACDC fan, ATV Thunder, in the house. What's up? Good morning. Good to see you. I don't eat meat because I'm a veterinarian. I don't eat meat because I'm a veterinarian. Oh, so that being said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday on the Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network Saturday Night Snafu program, our guest is going to be the one and only Blackheart Knight. And so let's check out the new Blackheart Knight video. Yes. This is going to be fun to watch. Let's check this out together and see what Blackheart Knight has going for us today. All right. I love Blackheart Knight. He's awesome. Yeah.
Blackheart Knight is one of my favorites. What? What? I was just saying how much I like Blackheart Knight. Well, what's wrong with that? What? He's cool. I'm just saying he's cool. Not! I'm the Frauditor and I have the camera, and you guys do what I say because I said it. And Blackheart Knight is against Frauditors, so he's against me. And I do what I want, when I want, because I'm the Frauditor. And y'all, I see you, Nicky Small Boy. I see you, Chris Kellen, Gamer88. Lisa, all of you guys, I see you in their pack. Yeah, I kiss all of you anti-frauditor people. How dare you come in here and try to tell me that I'm not the ruler of the universe? And wait, what? Ow! Hey, what are you doing, Haz?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our daily cameo from the News Now Voodoo. Sorry, had to get some of the stress out. Sometimes it builds up, sometimes I'm watching a video and I have to do it immediately. Other times it builds up through the course of videos and then I have to take it all out at once on that punk Brett. Oh man. One of these days, News Now Voodoo is going to cross the line. I'll tell you what. Salacious, yes, Salacious made the doll. Absolutely. Voodoo, yes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out Blackheart Knight's new video.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we got a Sovtard who is pulled over for no plates and decides to take the Fifth Amendment because, you know what? He just doesn't want to answer anybody's questions. It's most likely because he doesn't condone the stop itself for whatever reason. So yeah, he's a Sovtard who has $20 words and really doesn't know how to use them properly. So at any rate, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What's your emergency, sir?
Well, the reason I'm stopping you is you don't have any plates or temporary registration on the vehicle. What do you do for that?
I don't answer questions, sir. What's your name?
Okay, so you don't answer questions, so that explains why you haven't even passed any of the YouTube law tests yet, and have yet to even pass one attempt of the bar exam. So, yeah, thank you for the confirmation on your stupidity. So as a consolation prize, I present you with this box of crayons for you to enjoy since you don't answer questions and therefore haven't exactly earned the right to leave the kiddie table yet.
I don't answer questions, sir. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Officer Randall.
Officer Randall. And what is your badge number?
Are you recording, sir?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Inform me of that.
I don't answer questions, sir. I need your name and your phone and your badge number.
Your registration and insurance, please.
Am I being detained, sir?
What's that?
Am I being detained?
You are being stopped for a traffic violation. Yes, sir.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not.
Are you stupid or something?
Yeah, you're detained, so you're not exactly free to leave at this time, though you are not currently under arrest. But just wait for it. He will be.
Then you are trying to put me under arrest. This is false arrest.
The reason why I stopped you, which is there's no license plates or temporary registration on the vehicle.
What is your badge number, sir?
My badge number is 16.
Officer Randall, badge number 16.
Yes, sir.
I do not condone this stop.
I guess he just got confused between the words consent and condone because it sounded like he was in the middle of saying consent but then changed his mind to condone. Yeah, he probably doesn't understand the difference between the two words. So, yeah, just your lack of education right there, dude, which is probably why you fell down the deep, dark rabbit hole of Sovtardery.
And I exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and to not say anything further without presence of attorney and counsel.
Okay, just so you know, sir, it is a crime to fail to carry and present. So if you do not have registration, then I will be forced to detain you until I can identify who you are.
Are you now, Officer Randall, attempting to threaten me and put me in a situation of duress and force,
no, sir,
and put me under an
unlawful crime? So it's a simple question. I'm just asking for your identification, and then we can proceed, make sure everything's good, and then I can get you out of here.
I don't answer questions, and I don't agree to that contract.
Dude, there is no contract involved. You did not follow the traffic laws of your state to get your vehicle tagged and registered. That's all on you, buddy. Take responsibility for your own actions. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you glue stick eaters don't exactly have a sense of responsibility. I'm sorry. Yeah, just go and carry on with your stupidity.
It's about 8:45 on Wednesday morning. I'm on my way to work, just minding my own business, when Officer Friendly pulled up behind me. I don't even know if he's an officer. I asked him for his name and badge number. His name is Randall. I forgot the badge number, but I should have it on recording. He said I was being detained because
You are an idiot because you are stupid and you believe sovereign citizen nonsense, and you are as dumb can be. See, this is an example of why it's not just us making fun of people that we think are stupid. I mean, it is stupid. Your officer, not even your honor, he's not in court. Officer, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to not speak. So I'm not going to say anything from now on. You understand? I'm done talking. I'm not going to say anything else to you. No more words are going to come out of my mouth. In fact, from this point forward, I'm not going to say another word. You're not going to hear a thing from me at all. I'm going to be completely silent. No sound at all is going to come out of my mouth. Not a word is going to come out of my mouth at all. And you're going to see that, I don't need to give you my ID because I'm being quiet, because I'm pleading the Fifth Amendment, which means I'm done talking. I'm not going to say another word. I'm done speaking. Words are not going to come out of my mouth anymore. From this point forward, I'm not going to say another word to you, officer, because I don't need an ID, because you pulled me over and I'm pleading the Fifth Amendment. Now, the Fifth Amendment allows me to not talk to you at all. Therefore, I'm not going to say another word. I'm done talking. You're not going to hear any more words coming out of my mouth at all from this point forward, unless, of course, you ask me for my ID, which, of course, I'm going to refuse because I have the Fifth Amendment right not to say anything. Therefore, I'm not saying anything to you anymore from this point forward. I do not need an ID. I'm traveling. I'm not driving, and I'm not talking to you. I'm done talking. I'm not saying any more words. You're not going to hear another sound coming out of my mouth from this point forward, because I'm pleading the Fifth Amendment, which means that I don't need to show you my ID because I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I'm in my car. And ladies and gentlemen, I just got a super chat from Waving Ring. Yes, yes, yes. And that means Raven is entitled to not only another entry into this month's raffle, but Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Yes, I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for the $1.99 Raven Wing. And yes, holding my groin said, shut up, shutting up. He loves getting his face in your face all over the place, taking up space. And my favorite card is the ace. And I like playing bass, just in case you missed it. Oh, man, but the cops are on the chase. Yes, yes. So they stick it in your face. So they better pull out some mace and spray it in their face. But they can't keep up the pace. So they kick them into outer space. And then they'll be gone without a trace. What? Oh, yeah, back to the video. Yeah. I love you guys. Oh, yeah, Grace. I forgot Grace. My daughter's name is Grace, for crying out loud. You think I would have just Don't make me come back there, Paracord Princess. Behave now.
Okay, sir. So, do you have any identification on you?
This is my identification.
Oh, gee, if only identification were all that simple through simple face recognition. If there were only some other way that were included with that, such as a identifier called a name. But that's my opinion. I'm sure you've got yours on that. Obviously, since you pointed at your face, that's your opinion. And it's not a very good looking opinion either.
Okay, so here's the deal. Like I explained to you, if I can't prove who you are, and I've requested identification from you because you were stopped for a traffic violation of having no license, plate, or temporary registration. Okay, if I can't identify you, and you don't want to provide that information to me, it's called fail to carry and present. Okay, which is a crime. So I'm trying to do the easy thing, identify who you are, issue a citation, and we'll get you out of here if I can do that.
I've invoked my right, my Fifth Amendment right.
Be forced to place you under arrest.
I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right.
Okay, go ahead and step out of the vehicle
To
for me.
remain silent
Sir,
without presence.
go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You're under arrest.
I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right.
Step out of the vehicle now.
I do not agree to that contract.
Dumbass! You dumbass! You're a dumbass. Such a dumbass. You're an ass.
Wow, Soft-Hard, how many crayons did you eat before you left home? Because, I think they're getting to your brain already. I mean, this is not a contract. It is an arrest. You're not signing anything. You're not agreeing to anything. You are being arrested because you are not cooperating. I mean, it's as simple as that.
If I step out of the vehicle, then I'm under contract with you agreeing to... I don't agree to that contract.
Have you got an extra go-to 10 line?
It is not a damn contract, you fool. Your state has laws like many other states where if you fail to present your license at a traffic stop, you will be taken in. Get that through your thick skull and let that sink into your brain unless the paint thinner has already dissolved it. And I do think by this point, the paint thinner has already done its job and reduced your brain to total mush, because it seems like you're not very coherent on a lot of what you say, nor do you understand anything that the officer is saying.
And you have no reason. I was doing nothing wrong.
Sir, I can't hear you. If you roll your window down a little bit more, I can be able to talk to you.
I am doing nothing wrong.
Okay, like I said, you are under arrest at this time.
Which is why I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
And that's fine. So all I'm asking for you is to step out of the vehicle. I won't ask you any more questions or anything like that. But you do need to step out of the vehicle because you are under arrest.
Is that an order?
It is an order.
You heard it here first, folks. He ordered me out of the vehicle, so now he will be charged for his time.
Yeah, go ahead and impose your imaginary fee schedule on the county or state or whatever, and I'm sure the judges will be laughing you out of court. In the meantime, you can go ahead and enjoy those new charges from the judges once you appear before him.
For my time.
Okay, go and step back here for me, sir. Go ahead and take your hands out of your pocket for me. I'll take this from you.
Well, that's the end of the video, folks. Another sovereign citizen bites the dust right there, and, well, probably will never learn his lesson, but he at least took a ride in the back of his police car for his trouble. So there's at least that. Maybe there's a chance he'll learn. Maybe. But we'll see one day. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
All right. So, oh man, the stupidity on display with these sovereign citizens is amazing to me. And the fact that they so obviously don't understand so many simple concepts, like pleading the fifth. Like, all right, step out of the car. I plead the fifth. Okay, go ahead, but step out of the car. Like, what is using your right not to say anything to incriminate yourself have to do with complying to? Ugh, it doesn't. But they make connections of things that are not connected, right? They build chains of ideas that have nothing to do with each other. That's one of their modus operandi that they love to use. Anyway, since we got a bunch of people here, I just want to say that there's been a lot of talk. Just this is specifically regarding us, the Rash family, the Hezokuai crew, the morning crew. There's been a lot of questions about what's been going on with Vestige of Peace because she ain't been here for a minute, and what's been going on with Jimbo. We haven't seen him in a while. I got an update about Vestige of Peace. Apparently, it is a heart-related issue, a stent kind of thing. I didn't hear from her directly, so I don't want to like assume like, oh, it's okay for me to just tell you guys what's going on. But apparently she's going to be okay, and she'll be back here soon enough. So thoughts and prayers go out with her, and let's all stick together and hope for the best. Hope for the best. So it's always good times, right? And then when she comes back, just make sure that we, when she comes back, it says Vestige of Peace. Hey, hugs everybody. That we give her the hugs back right away, and show our love and support. I don't know if Quiet Lamb's here, but even he could be nice to her one time, at least on that day. Let's see. The false information on the sovereign citizen script spreads like wildfire, but the fact that it never worked doesn't seem to make the rounds. Yeah. See, this is another big problem with their stupidity, and this is one of the things that I've learned from talking to some of them. Like, I've seen some people in the chat talking about Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. I've been on his panel. I've talked to some of these guys back for a while there when I was first getting into this. I mean, up on this show, I've had Direct D on here. I've had a Rogue Nation on here. On Frauditor Trolls channel, I talked to a bunch of these guys. I've talked to Audit Them on his panel. I mean, I've been all over the place. I've talked to a lot of these guys. And what I've learned, well, I learned a lot, but one of the things that I learned specifically regarding that aspect of it is this fact that they, not only is it like with the frauditors and the fact that they consider a dismissal a win, even though that we all know that that's not true, because they never win on their merits, right? Never has the judge said, hey, oh my gosh, you're right. There's no law saying that you need a driver's license. That's just some made up lie. And you figured it out. Congratulations, sir. Let's ban all driver's license. No, that's never happened, right? Nobody's ever won a case on the merits of the argument. But part of the problem is, like, the people who wrote the script spent a lot of time thinking about it because they covered a little bit of everything. So when these guys go to court and they lose, we intelligent people are looking at that and saying, see, you guys went to court to prove once and for all whether you're right or wrong. You lost the case, which proves you're wrong. Like we've all been saying from the beginning. Now you could shut up and stop your nonsense because the court has proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're wrong. But that's not the way they see it because it's written into the script. The way they see it is if they go to court and the court finds them guilty, or if the court disagrees with them, then that proves that they're right, that the court is corrupt. Because if the court wasn't corrupt, they'd let them go. If the court wasn't corrupt, then they'd say, yes, you're right. Driver's licenses aren't real. You caught us. Sorry, we have to let you go. But when the court doesn't do that, that proves they're right that the court is bad. See, I'm just using the driver's license thing as an example. It doesn't have to be that, but let's say this is a driver's license, okay? So they believe that you don't have to have this, that you don't, and that the court knows you don't. So when they go to court and the judge says, no, you need a license, to them, that's proof that the court is lying because the court knows you don't need one. So they see a loss as a win because to them, the loss proves that the court is trying to screw them over. It proves that the system is corrupt because they really believe this stuff is true and that the judges know it. See, it's all written into the script. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If they say you're right, then that proves we're right, and it's just going to keep going, and we're going to get all rules and regulations and laws. Just there aren't going to be any anymore. It's just going to be anarchy because the government is going to get sick and tired. They're going to get caught in their lies by all of us, sovereign citizens, right? As opposed to the reality of the situation, which is that these people are idiots and they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. And Unclean Hands, he knows what I'm talking about, right? Yes. Oh, goody. So let's see. Leviosa, not Levioso. Arcadium Leviosa. Is it one of those situations? You know what? And a lot of times it is, to be honest. If you really look at the way these guys argue in court, so much of it is semantics. You know? Like that guy we were just watching earlier. Right? You're not, what did he say? You're not a judge. You're a judge or something. Or I don't remember what it was, but it was something like that. Like they take these words. Well, I mean, just look at like understand. Well, that doesn't mean understand. It means stand under. Like they play these games with words. Like, I know the secret language that you guys speak. Ha ha ha. Gotcha. They think it's a mic drop gotcha moment. When in reality, it's just stupid. It's just dumb. I mean, do you have any idea how difficult English would be compared to what it already is? If no words were used as root words for other words? I mean, you know how many words there would be? I mean, if you go all the way back to, Latin, there are still words that came from Latin and Roman and Greek that the root words of other words are taken from and built upon. But now if you take one of those roots and use it to build another word, now all of a sudden that's part of some huge conspiracy to control people who'd enforce them to get driver's licenses? You can't be a magistrate. You are a mage. Magistrate, mage, wizard, magic. Ooh, that proves, because the word mage is in magistrate, that you're an evil wizard and that it's a magic spell that you're trying to cast on us to trick us into getting driver's licenses. They're afraid of everything they don't understand, which is everything. They understand nothing. Oh. Yeah, the ones who use Admiralty law and then refuse to board the vessel. Well, even like the bar, okay? And once again, I've explained this a few times, and I'll keep explaining it as long as these idiots keep using it. For anyone who doesn't know, back in the old days, well, I mean, even now, but with modern whatever, there's always like a little opening, right? But there's always a space, if you've ever been to court, between the gallery and then where the lawyers and the defendants and the prosecution and all that, where they sit. There's always some sort of a divider. And back in the old days, the divider was literally a metal bar. So only the lawyers were allowed to pass the bar. But these guys have decided that bar is actually an acronym. And it's like, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, but it's not. No. It's all part of a conspiracy. Blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but I mean, no. It's just no. I mean, you could, like I said, let's use this as an example. I just keep grabbing this because it just happens to be right next to me. This envelope. This is an envelope that one of the prizes will be sent in, by the way. These are the envelopes I use to mail the cards when you win a booster pack. Hey, wait. But it's like it with these guys, it would be like, hey, look at this envelope. No, that's not an envelope. No, look, see, it's got the flap with the glue on it. It's got the stuff in here so you don't see it. It's an envelope. No, it's not. Well, then what is it? It's a conspiracy. You've been lied to. No, it's an envelope. Like, what are you talking about? They just deny fact. They just can't accept fact. It's beyond their comprehension. If they had any comprehension, but they have no comprehension. They understand nothing. They understand nothing at all. All they know is that they're morons. They're stupid and dumb. And they're sovereign citizens. Oh, yeah, they're stupid. They're stupid and dumb. I'm looking for something. And I'm trying to have fun. But I can't find it. So I'm using this to make an excuse so that you guys aren't looking at dead air. But I can't find the damn video I'm looking for. So I'm gonna scratch my derriere. No. Here's what happened. The problem is sometimes I watch YouTube on my television. So and I don't always log in to my YouTube account when I do it. So now the video that I was going to show just now, I realized I watched it on TV, so there's no record of it in my history. So now I'm trying to see if I could just find it. It was basically like an intellectual breakdown of the whole sovereign citizen movement because there's actually been a lot of good sovereign citizen videos coming out recently because of the whole Chase Allen situation. But I'm trying to find one that isn't specifically talking about that because that's too depressing. And, I like having fun, making fun of these idiots, not like, oh, and by the way, here's a bunch of people getting killed because sovereign citizens are horrible, rotten, no good, terrible idiots and end up causing much, much more damage than they need to. Oh, boy. Cop smashes window. Oh no, that's an old one. Who are sovereign citizens? Here, let's see if I can just find some newer ones. And in the meantime, let's listen to some music. All right. Oh yeah, there you go. Come on, let's do some more. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Squishy Gardner got a new one out. Sovereign citizen in court claiming his social security number holds a trust worth millions. Oh wait, this is a picture of a. Oh no, I've seen this video. It's a. Wow, that's interesting. It's for anyone who's been following the sovereign citizen movement, for a while, may remember Ernie Telgate. He's the guy with the big long beard and the big hat. That's always, he wears like a no trespassing sign around his neck when he goes to court. Says, "I have standing. You will do what I say when I said it, and blah blah blah. I mean, he's horrible. The bar was not metal; it was always wood, and was meant to keep the unwashed masses from getting too close to the king. All right, Welsh. Yeah, okay, it wasn't literally a metal bar, but the point is, it wasn't an acronym. But yes, yeah, it wasn't a metal bar. Probably would have been too heavy to just walk through. My favorite is when they have the wooden gate and Curly has to jump over it and he falls down. Oh yes. So gotta love the Three Stooges. I hate that guy. Oh, Ernie Tellergate. You know that he copywrote his name. I love it when these guys copyright their names because I mean you can't, but they do. But nothing. Like if they tried to take it to court because someone used their name, they wouldn't win. Literally standing on the Bible. Yeah, I stand on the Bible. Meant to keep the unwashed masses from getting too close to the king. Yeah. My favorite courtroom situation from England was when they were trying to decide if the defendant was guilty or not guilty, and they decided to play charades. And when they said the judge guessed cup and declared that the defendant was not guilt cup. It's a Monty Python reference, in case you didn't know. That just reminds me where I put my almonds. Yes, I got some chocolate covered almonds. Delish. I love almonds. Because nuts are good. They drive me nuts sometimes, but whatever. I don't know. There's a bunch of weird stuff here. I don't want to like experiment with new videos and new creators that I don't know. Just just to do it. But I do see time served. I've been playing some of his stuff, and this is a batch of clips. Oh no, this is a 3-hour stream. Never mind. Yeah, I don't want to discover this stuff while on the air if it's something bad. I don't want to. Who copyrighted their name? A bunch of people. Ernie Talligate is the one I was talking about. In case you don't know who he is, for those of you who don't remember who he is or don't know, maybe you weren't in the scene back when he was heavy into it. I'll show you some of his stuff so that you have an idea of who I'm talking about. Hold on, Ernie Talligate. Ernie Tailgate. There you go. Let's see. There's so many videos of him. Come on. I don't know which one to show first. There's so much. Oh, Tertalgate. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ernie Wayne Tertalgate. Yeah, he copyrighted his name. Ernie Wayne Tertalgate. Here we go. This is him right here with the hat and the vest.
Mr. Telgate has been charged
not even on the
with
screen.
2 misdemeanor offenses, which we'll be trying today.
I must object. I am not the name that he is referring to. I am the living man. The name that Mr. Riley refers to, ma'am, is held by the state in all capital letters and is identified by the state on the state's driver's license, ma'am. I am not the all capital fiction. I am the living man whose mark is that of life. It is called a signature, and the nature of that sigil, ma'am, is the living person. It is never in all capital letters.
Mr. Talbot, you will allow Mr. Riley to continue
Ma'am,
with there, and you will have a.
I must object, ma'am. Without proper evidence of oath and bond as required, and I am backed, ma'am, by 20 United States Supreme Court cases to this end. It should have been brought to my hand more than a month ago, and no evidence has been brought forward of any competency of any of this. I have to speak for myself, ma'am. No one here is capable of doing it, and particularly those that are bar or non-bar.
They can only speak, ma'am, to the legal. My interest is to forfeit my person's living name.
Your Honor, this is an improper objection in violation of the motion to eliminate.
The objection is, Mr. Calvin, you are not to interrupt Mr. Riley again.
Ma'am?
He has his 30 minutes. Then you will have.
Who can tell the living man in a commercial event such as this,
Sir?
who has the right to tell the living man when he can speak and when he cannot speak, what sounds he can make and what sounds he cannot make?
Do you understand?
He is addressing British law, ma'am. He is a minister on behalf of Great Britain.
I'm going to hold you in contempt if you continue to disrupt this.
Ma'am, without oath and bond, contempt has already been established here.
30 days in jail, or you will be removed.
In the
from
face
court.
of all these witnesses, ma'am, where is the evidence of oath and bond, ma'am?
Cannot talk.
Look,
Now, do you continue to disrupt?
the requirement is right here, ma'am.
Okay.
It is through all ranks of the court, ma'am.
This is something that I've see. This is old, right? So this is like you could tell, especially at that time, the judge, the lawyers, no, but what's up, Blackheart Knight? Nobody knew what the hell this guy was talking about because, there weren't as many of these idiots as there are nowadays. But one of the things about this guy and this whole thing and what he's arguing right now, and a lot of them still do it today, is when they go to court and say, well, I'm not going to do anything or say anything until you can prove to me that you've done all the legal things you need to do to be a judge. Well, that seems ridiculous to a judge because, think about what you have to go through just logically to walk into a courtroom. You have to go through the metal detector. You have to go past security. You have to get up into the courtroom. Right? There's people there. There's bailiffs there. There's all that. So now you're going to dive in the back, just throw on a fake black robe, then have them announce your presence and ask everyone to stand for you when you come out. Like, if they don't have all the things they need to do to be a judge, they wouldn't be sitting behind the bench. You wouldn't be able to get away with it. It would not be allowed. There's no way you'd be. I guess maybe it's not technically impossible for someone to impersonate a judge. But the point is, when these guys are getting into all this nonsense about, well, you haven't even provided me evidence that you actually are a legitimate judge. It's like, I'm here. My bailiff knows me. The lawyers know me. I'm here every freaking day. Like, it wouldn't be possible for me to be sitting here if I wasn't a judge. What are you talking about? That's why when they ask these judges questions, they don't understand it. And that's why, if some of you guys remember, about 2 weeks ago, I covered a video. Maybe it was a little longer than that, but I loved it because it was a video where one of these sovereign idiots made that argument to a judge, and the judge was like, oh, yeah, I keep that right here so that I never forget. And he pulled it out and showed it to him. And then the sovereign citizen was like, he totally threw him off his script because he wasn't used to a judge who actually does carry that paperwork around. Not only that, but keeps it like right there at the top of his desk. Like he just does. Because again, most people don't, you fill the paperwork out, you get your degrees, you do your stuff, you hand it in, they put it up, maybe in your office, you'll have your degree framed on the wall or whatever, Paracord Princess with the $5 super chat. I can't believe the idiot who said, I'm not under arrest. I'm not tired. Yes, under arrest. Exactly. They play semantic games. Oh, yes, that was a great one. Thank you for bringing that up. That's a good laugh. Remembering that one. Yes, that was amazing. And, of course, your super chat not only gets your name once again added to the raffle, but it entitles you to a Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Love it. Thank you so much, Paracord. Anyway, yeah, we're stepping into the Wayback Machine and looking at some Ernie Talgate video. from the good old days of the beginning of the sovereign citizen movement. Or, well, not the beginning, that would have been the 70s, but in the early days of the modern sovereign citizen movement.
Have done due diligence and due process, ma'am. Eye to eye. I faced those who would come against me. I communicated properly. I backed up my work. I backed up the research. It's nice and neat. And I have total failure. I have total incompetency of the court because there is no evidence of Mr. Riley's office, nor of yours, ma'am, nor of this lady's here, nor.
I'm sorry. I forgot that he says that, so I got to point that out. He's making an argument. He's in court, so he's making a legal argument. So what did he just say? I did my due diligence. I filled out my paperwork, and it's neat. It's nice and neat. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize your paperwork, your absolutely nonsensical, illegitimate, made up sovereign citizen BS paperwork was done nicely and neatly. Never mind. Case dismissed, charges dropped, go about your day. I had no idea it was nice and neat. Now that makes a difference. What an idiot.
Or even the fine police officers that are here today. I have nothing to work with now. Now I'm out here hanging over the abyss. I must make my own way.
And you will be allowed that, but allow Mr. Riley.
Why, please give me an honorable answer, is a British recognized esquire asking questions in an American courtroom. Why is title of nobility applied behind this gentleman's name that is recognized as being banned from our country in the 1789 Constitution? Is nobody going to stand for our Constitution?
Allow this, I'm telling you.
I cannot, ma'am. In honor of the Constitution of the United States, I cannot allow a man who carries British recognition for the purposes of British ministerial law to continue to persecute me. I cannot, ma'am. I have to honor the founders, ma'am. I honor the memory of those who fought and died that we could be free of this very type of thing.
You'll be taken up to the jury room where you may watch the proceedings.
Stand up.
I have reminded you.
If I stand up, I give you recognition.
Please stand up.
All right.
Stand up.
No, pick me up. I cannot give you recognition. I'm constrained by the United States Constitution of 1789. Sir, you're a Bozeman native. What are you doing packing a British recognition? Should be ashamed of yourself. Gentlemen, this is an overthrow of the 1789 Constitution, an overthrow of the Bill of Rights. It is an overthrow of Title 26 United States Code, and above all, it is an overthrow of universal law. Would one of you remove my bolo tie and return it to somebody in the crowd, please, so that it doesn't disappear from this place?
We'll take care of that in a moment. Okay?
See to it my stuff makes it back in my bag. I do have a duly appointed court representative, ma'am. He has made his way through everything. He will speak as my voice.
That was one of the many highlights of good old Ernie Wayne Turtelgate. This guy was in and out of court so much at that time. Here's another one. See, it's reminding me of all the great clips of him that exist out there. The storage unit that I sleep in. Is it against the law to live in a storage unit? What's up, Judy Johansson?
Mr. Talgate, you were here. You were seen by Mr. Cutts on 9/3/13. And you asked, at that time, he appointed you a public defender. Did you apply for the public defender?
What use have I for a voice of ruin? They can
That's
only
not-
speak
that's your
fictitious
choice.
legalese to you. I speak natural living man's English to you. It's called common English. That's the only thing that I work in.
That's fine.
There will be no legalese used here.
No legalese. Ah.
Well, you were charged on the 31st of August of 2013 with obstructing a police officer in violation of 457302. You were also charged on the same date with resisting arrest in violation of 457301 of the Montana Code.
Those men were charged by me right back by staging an overthrow of the Constitution of 1789, an overthrow of the Bill of Rights, an overthrow of my rights to forage for food as a natural living person who was in Hungary. I was searching for something to put in my stomach, as I am recognized to be allowed to do by universal law. That's nothing to do with your corporate fiction. They violated everything, and furthermore, for your knowledge, they violated Judge Holly Brown's Title 26 United States Code ruling, which I went before her and prevailed on 21st March 2011. EP 09-58A is the case number wherein she evidenced that I am not a taxpayer because I am not a federal citizen. Federal law trumps state law at every turn. I have 9 judge rulings to that end, and that trumps state law. I am not registered crap. I am the living man, and I have the right to forage for food when I'm hungry.
Did I drop? Did I drop out? Was I gone for a second? That was weird. My screen just went blank for a second. Did I drop out? We lost Hez. Am I back? Sound? Hello, hello, hello. I know there's a delay in the, from what I'm seeing and what you guys are seeing. So I'm hoping I'm back on and everything's good. Put a 1 in the chat if everything's good. I had a little hiccup, a little bit of a hiccup. And this is right when the video starts getting good too. So I'm going to rewind it a little bit. 1, I'm back. Okay. All right. So this is where the video starts getting good. So here we go. Let's get back into it. And again, for anyone who's not sure why I'm showing Ernie to Talgate footage after all these years is because 1, there are some people who don't know him who weren't into this scene back in the day when he was doing his thing, making the rounds all over the internet. 1 and 2, somebody asked, like, there are people who copyright their names. Yes, he has a copyright on his name, and if he actually has his own official .com. And if you go to his webpage, it's basically just like 2 paragraphs of sovereign citizen gobbledygook talking about how if you use his name without his permission, he'll sue you for $400 trillion and you'll go to hell and be tortured by demons for eternity. I mean, it's nonsense, man. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but neither does he.
All right. But you're here on different charges.
This
is not
what
Holly
stands.
Brown's courtroom.
Ma'am, you can argue this all day long. You're operating on
telling-
corporate fiction.
I'm telling you, you're here on some charges which were filed in 3 forms.
I do not
Number
understand
1.
those charges.
Number 1, you keep interrupting me, and I'm going to charge you with contempt, and you'll go to
All
jail.
contempt of court is spelled C-O-double-N. I know about conning. That's navigation.
Sir,
Contempt is the storm.
I said, be
Don't
quiet
touch me.
until I get
Don't-
through.
Contempt is spelled C-O-N-N, so it's a contempt, which is what happens on the sea when you're in the storm. What? Dude, you're in court. You're not reading Moby Dick. What are you talking about being on the sea with the storm? Oh, I get it. It's admiralty. And the fact that she would mention contempt somehow means con, which means a con, which means the con of a ship. Like, this guy, the way he puts this crap together in his brain is insane.
Touch me, you ain't a gun.
You ain't a
Don't
gun.
you touch me. I am the living man protected by universal law.
You keep
Stand
talking,
down.
and you're going to be charged with contempt, and you're going to go to jail.
You have already contempted this place.
No, I told
by
you
the
I
fraud
would if
you're
you
trying
didn't
to
quit
get done
talking.
here. These are the living witnesses to what you're trying to do.
Very
You
good.
are trying to create a fictitious fraudulent action. You are trying to bilk the Federal Reserve by
Sir.
securitizing in all caps commercialized name
Sir,
and
would you
notifying
remove
them
him from the
that
courtroom?
they are standing in debt now. If you touch me, you will violate natural law. Do not come near me. I am
Then
protected
shush,
by the land.
shush.
Do not tell me to shut up. I am the living natural man, and my voice will be heard. That is the Jolly Roger. That thing you call the American flag with the gold fringe around it is the Jolly Roger, and you are acting as one of his privateers.
Okay, you're here on the charge of arrest.
I'm here by
arrest.
special visitation.
Right. And you're
I've
here
never
on
let you get away with
obstructing
this.
a
You
police
bet I'm here.
officer. To each charge, could be up to a $500 fine, up to 6 months in jail.
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live.
Well,
To
you
live
pled
at
not
peace
guilty.
and to live as I need to.
You pled not guilty in this.
I
court.
never plead. Animals plead. Sound like bah, oink oink.
I have a paper with your signature on it, sir.
It says prime evidence standing right through it. You bring forward all natural forms of evidence that I'm not prime evidence. I am the living soil. The dirt, the water, and the air has its own voice, does it not? It all supports
Sir?
forms of life, does it not? I am a part of that life. I am not your corporate fiction.
Sir,
Do not hinder me.
you're here today on an omnibus hearing. You've already pled not
I am
guilty.
here by special visitation to see to it that you do not tainter my natural living man's name.
Are you prepared
That's why
to tell
I'm
the
here.
court if you wish to go to trial on this matter?
This is a trial. Tell
No,
me it's
this
not.
isn't a trial.
Here's my
This is
jury
an
of my
omnibus
peers.
hearing, sir.
You cannot produce a jury of my peers because all juries are selected from a pool of registered voters, and the instant a person registers to vote, their natural ability as a peer to comprehend natural law has been dissolved and turned into fiction. There cannot be raised a jury of my peers. It cannot be done.
Excuse me for just a moment.
No way. Get
Yeah,
back
the
here
second
and
he
finish this.
screamed at her, he
Hey,
should have
hey,
been.
Get back here and finish this.
The second he
judge has
screamed
left
at her, he
the
should have been taken away from.
There you go.
Now he leaves.
There is nobody.
He literally just gets up and splits in the middle of the hearing. This this isn't a trial, it's a hearing. There is no such thing. Okay. So anyway, he decides the case is dismissed. So let me show you what I was talking about that made me bring him up in the first place. So this is a website, a business entity's website for public notice. Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, and SM. This is his webpage. Welcome to the business entity Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM's website. This entity is registered through the Minnesota Secretary of State's office, file number, nonsensical, blah, blah, blah. You can download a PDF version of this file here. In other words, he got his name on a piece of paper. Wow. This website is for the sole purpose of informing the state, the public, and any and all governments or their agencies, subdivisions, or franchises of any and all of their offices, agents, or trustees about the business entity, all caps, by the way, Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM's status, political character, condition, rights, capacities, and standing. The person, Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM, as principal has created a durable power of attorney on June 1st, 2018. Oh, so that's what all this paperwork is. He declared himself the power of attorney over him self. 0/1/2001 appointed attorney Rain Telgate, copyright, as attorney in fact, true lawful attorney for all financial and medical decisions, and has revoked and rescinded all other powers of attorney expressed or implied. So he gave himself power of attorney over himself, but revoked all decisions for the power of attorney that he granted himself upon himself, except for when it comes to powers that are not medical or financial. The business name, and this is bold, the business name Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright trademark SM, is always styled in all capital letters only, and with all three names included in the order seen above. Any other variation of the name is not recognized by the name holders or the attorneys and has no legal relationship to the name holders, attorneys, or the business entity. Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright trademark SM, C, copyright, blah, 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 blah. So I thought that they were against the idea of their name being all caps. Now that he copyrighted his name in all caps and apparently trademarked it and declared himself power of attorney over himself, now you better only use his name as all caps in all bold. Hey, I will not accept anything unless it's written in all caps. I thought that was the opposite of what you idiots wanted. As the name holders are a private estate jurisdiction outside the jurisdiction of the United States of America, the United States or their subdivisions or franchises, blah, 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 quoting a bunch of things that don't mean anything that we've all been over a million times and have proved wrong. They only transact trade in the United States or the U.S. through the legal entity titled Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, trademark, copyright, SM, or any other registered assumed business names. A declaration of political status shows the distinctions or relationships between the name holders, the attorneys, and the business entity, Ernie Wayne Turtelgate. The name holders and the attorneys do not own Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, nor are they registered agents authorized to accept service of process on behalf of Ernie Wayne Turtelgate. Copyright, trademark, SM. Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM, is the title to an estate. And now this is, I guess, the important part. And the crazy part. Well, it's all crazy. Ernie Wayne Turtelgate is the title to an estate established and created by the state of Montana, evidenced by a certificate of live birth, and is registered in the state of Minnesota, file number, blah, 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 as an assumed business name. It is clearly active and in good standing, and the attorneys have actual possession of documents evidencing its existence and good standing that are authenticated by the state of Minnesota's Secretary of State office through Stephen Simon. Said documents, as well as others, can be found on the website and may be updated on a regular basis. The authentications by the United States Secretary of State's office entitles it to the full faith and credit, and as such must be recognized by all courts in the United States and internationally. By usage of copyrights, trademarks, and service mark property, you agree to licensing, ready? Licensing agreement fee of 10 million US dollars per year, prorated, due and payable to Ernie Wayne Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM, immediately. If you do not want to incur this licensing fee of 10 million US dollars per year, cease and desist usage of property from all databases and court cases immediately. The sound resultant of the letters, information of ABN, Ernie Wayne, Turtelgate, copyright, trademark, SM, and all its various forms, the very sound resultant itself is under copyright, trademarked, and service marked. Any misuse of Ernie Wayne Turtelgate copyright trademark SM's information which results in any harm to blah 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 Telgate or the name holder's good name, credit reports, reputation, or the rights, titles, interests, or licenses of all property, tangible and intangible, may be a violation of international laws and treaties, and a compliment may be filed with the proper international law enforcement agencies tasked with investigating any misuse of information, fraud, or identity theft, copyright and trademark and service mark infringement without prior consent, will be fined $10 million per year, used without permission, made payable immediately. So what the hell is this idiot trying to say? Oh, Colrack is here. What's up? Okay. So what the hell is he talking about? If their names are not supposed to be in caps, why is it in all caps? So this is why I read that whole thing and said that paragraph was the important one. So here's what he's actually trying to pull. Here's what everything I just read, this is what it means. This was his brilliant scheme. Since he believes that the all caps version of his name is a scam created by the government, he decided that he was going to copyright the all caps version of his name and charge $10 million a year for them to use it. So whoever holds his birth certificate, whoever has his social security card, whoever has his court records, whoever has anything that has his name written in all caps on it, owes him $10 million a year that they have his name written in all caps on their forms. Hey, what's up? Oh no, that wasn't Gina, but hello, Gina. Hello, Silvio. How you doing, buddy? But that's basically what it comes down to. He came up with this brilliant scam. I'm going to copyright my all caps name so that when the government or anyone uses anything with my name written in all caps, they owe me $10 million a year every year that they use it written in all caps. On top of that, and this isn't even a thing. I mean, this really is not a thing. Like, obviously, we know that what he's doing isn't a thing. But even in legitimate copyright, like, name a song, right? The Beatles. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. I just sang that. But this video isn't going to get a copyright strike because I said those words. Pepsi, Disney, Coca-Cola. I'm not going to get copyright for saying those words. But he specifically says the sound, if the sound Ernie Wayne Turtelgate comes out of your mouth, he specifies if that sound comes out that you owe him $10 million a year for making that sound. That isn't even a thing. Even with legitimate copyrights, like I say, Coca-Cola. I could sit here and talk about Coca-Cola all day, and I'm not going to get a copyright strike for saying the words. See, Peck, I always like to play with you when you do that, but you spelled Beetle properly, which means that you do know exactly what the Beatles are. You should have spelled it B-E-T, and then, but then again, you would know what a B-E-T-eatle is. That's an insect. So I guess, yeah, if you spell it. But how would you know about the spelling from me saying it? Gotcha. I thought Ernie was dead. I don't know. I don't know. That webpage is the most recent update I've heard about him. Actually, that's not true. His Facebook page had an update a few years ago saying that he's basically, it was saying that he was going off grid. And so we weren't going to be hearing anything from him. So I really don't know if he is still alive or not. I've heard a lot of rumors that he was. I heard a lot of rumors that he wasn't. But the last official thing I had heard about him was that he decided to go completely off grid and basically said, don't expect to hear anything from him again ever. So I don't know. Nakoti, you know what I always used to say to my friends is that, what we in the 90s didn't realize was that in the 60s, there were basically two schools. There were the Beatles people and there were the Stones people. But what a lot of people don't realize is that there was a third group. There were the people who looked at the Beatles and the Stones and said, "You guys are both idiots. I listen to the Who." So yeah. I like all of them. That's one of the things, like, I remember when I was younger, like before the 90s, because the 90s had its own music scene that was awesome. And like before that, like in the 80s, I always used to be like, man, I miss the 60s. It's too bad I was born in the 70s because I missed all the great bands. But then when the 90s happened and I started seeing like all the music that was going on in the 90s, I realized like the people who were teenagers in the 60s, they didn't get it. By the 90s, that it was too crazy for them. They couldn't handle it. It was too heavy. It was too fast. It was too nuts, you know? So then I started realizing, I still got to enjoy all the records that came out in the 60s and 70s. And I also got to see all the 90s stuff while it was happening. I got to go to the clubs and see all those bands. And, being in Chicago, I got to see the Smashing Pumpkins, like in a bar. Like, not just in a stadium with 500,000 people, but like Billy Corgan standing right there, sweating on me while playing his guitar. Great, great, great underground shows that I got to go to in the 90s. I saw Mudhoney in a bar. I saw the band Love, which is a 60s band. I saw them in a bar in Chicago in the 90s. Like, there was just so much great stuff going on. I saw the Beastie Boys, Rage Against the Machine, everybody. I saw Pink Floyd in the 90s too. So, I'm glad that I was born when I was. I got to enjoy all of it. Yeah, I didn't get to see Herman's Hermits. Or Grand Funk. Yeah, I know. Van Halen. Yeah, I saw Van Halen. I saw Metallica. I saw Anthrax. Yep. I saw Kiss. I saw Judas Priest twice. I saw Marilyn Manson a bunch of times. I saw Ozzy Osbourne a bunch of times. I saw Black Sabbath a bunch of times. Primus, Buckethead, 9 Inch Nails, Tricky. Let's see who else. See, now you guys got me thinking about all the bands I saw back in the old days. I saw Slayer a bunch of times. The Blue Meanies. No Means No. Jello Biafra. The Melvins. I never did get to see the Jesus Lizard though. Let's see who else. Oh, so many. I used to go. There was well, I mean, it's still there. I shouldn't say was, but in Chicago, there's a club called the Metro, and I used to go there every weekend. Like, I didn't care what band was playing because I knew it was going to be, something cool. So I would just go there every weekend. I saw Obituary there. I saw Guar there. That was a great show. You know, all kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff. Anyway, lots of good times in the old days. Lots of good music. Lots of fun. And you guys also are a lot of fun, and I love you guys, and I love our mornings. I saw Rush. Yes, I got to see Rush before Neil passed away. That was awesome. I'm so glad I decided to see them because I always regretted every year, 4 years. Every year I would go to Soldier Field when the Grateful Dead played, but I never actually went in because it's like, oh, well, I'll buy tickets next year. Oh, I'll buy tickets next year. Oh, I'll buy tickets next year. And then I read the next day that Jerry Garcia died that night. I'm like, or the next, like right after that. Like that Chicago show was the last show they played. So I always kind of regretted like not going to actually see them, especially when I was there. So after that, when I had a chance to get Rush tickets in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you know what? I had a chance to see Tom Petty. I didn't, and then he passed away. I had a chance to see the Grateful Dead. I didn't, and then Garcia passed away. I'm gonna go see Rush, and then boom, Neil Peart or Peart. So I'm glad I got to see them before that. That was beautiful. The Plasmatics, the Eagles, Prince. Wow. Oh, let's see. Did you see the Shocking Blue, Def Leppard? No, 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 no. What was a bar in the old historic building that had 3 different levels in Chicago in the early 90s, Chicago downtown? I saw 9 Inch Nails there. What was the name of that place? I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw Slayer there too. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it right offhand, but I know that I saw 9 Inch Nails there specifically because I bought a bootleg 9 Inch Nails t-shirt there and ended up getting in trouble for it because it was a bootleg. But I mean, it wasn't me. It was the guy who sold it to me that should have been getting in trouble, but whatever. I went to the Chicago Theater and I saw Tom Jones. That was also in the 90s. I saw Chicago in Boston, or did I see Boston in Chicago? I can't remember. Rosemount Horizon in the round. Yep. Let's see. The Carpenters. You saw the Carpenters? Wow. Somebody please write all of these groups down. It's a classic rock playlist. Oh yeah. So many great bands, especially in the classic rock era. But again, as far as the old groups, I saw ZZ Top. I saw the Doors of the 21st Century because obviously I was born after Jim Morrison died, so I never saw them with Jim, but I did see them. But I saw ZZ Top, Pink Floyd. Obviously, Roger Waters wasn't there. Who else? In the 90s, there were a lot of bands that were kind of making comebacks in the 90s. Here's a good one. I've told this story on here before. I've seen Metallica a bunch of times. King Diamond and Merciful Fate. I've seen both of them on separate occasions. And of course Iron Maiden. Man, you guys got me thinking about all this. I've never been to a concert that wasn't just at a bar. Well, I saw you saw AC/DC at Poplar Creek. That's pretty awesome. No, I've been to a lot of big stadium shows. The Iron Maiden was a huge stadium show. And then obviously, I had chances to see Ozzy Osbourne in small clubs, but I always ended up seeing him, at these like Black Sabbath shows at these outdoor festivals. I saw Megadeth and Motley Crue in a big stadium, but for whatever reason, that particular show on that particular night wasn't sold out. So we were able to basically just walk right up front. So we were right there. And then that reminds me of other bands I saw in that club, which would include Pantera. Let's see. Oh man, I've seen so many bands. I've thought about like actually sitting down and making a list of all the groups I've seen. But see, we got people talking about like the good old days. What Kingdom? No, what? That you got the wrong band. Evan Lawyer, you got the wrong group. That was who did the song Detachable Penis? It wasn't King Diamond. It was I think it was the same band that did Rock and Roll Will Never Die. What are you, stupid? Nazareth is good. Eddie Rabbit, ELO. Oh man, Steel Panther. Oh man, so much great stuff. Um, I got a King Diamond story for you. I was, um, I don't. It wasn't the King Diamond show. It was the Merciful Fate show. Um, me and my buddies, or me and my buddy, got out of the show, and we're hanging out like in the back behind the stadium, or it wasn't a stadium. It was this tiny little club. Um, I think no, it wasn't the Metro. Was it? Yeah, it was the Metro. So we're hanging out in the back behind the Metro, um, smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of our eye, we noticed we didn't even realize that his car was right there. King Diamond comes walking by. He walked right past us, and as you and we just came out of the show, and we're like, "Dude, that was a great show," you know. And he just, as he walked past, he just like he's just walking past, and he just glanced at us for a second. The dude is a professional because the look in his eyes, my buddy and I, both of us, dead silent. The hair on our back of our neck stood up, and we thought for sure we were both going to die at that moment. And then he was gone, and me and him just look at each other like that was the best damn thing that's ever happened to me. Like King Diamond just made me almost shit my pants just by looking at me, and it was a great thing. Like it was beautiful. Oh man. But the story I was going to tell is my big one, the butthole surfers. Oh man, now you're talking. Um, let's see. Look up a song called Dear Penis. Anyway, oh man. So back in the day, my dad was working at this place with this guy who, he was just working in the same building with the guy. They knew each other. But it turns out that this particular dude, I have no idea who the dude is, but he grew up and went to school when he was a kid with Buddy Guy. So he knew this bar that was about to go out of business, and they needed like something to get more customers in there. So he convinced his old friend Buddy Guy to come play in this tiny little crap hole bar. So he told my dad, Buddy Guy's going to be at this bar on this night. You guys got to show up. It'll be great. So me, my dad, and my friend, we go to this bar, and this was like growing up in Chicago, especially in the Blues Brothers era in the 80s. I always heard all these stories about Chicago blues and what the real Chicago blues experience is like. And that was what this was. Like everything about it. First of all, we get there, and it was in the middle of the kind of neighborhood that you don't necessarily want to be in if you happen to be perhaps of the more sort of Caucasian persuasion. Um, so we get there, and the first thing we see parked right in front of the bar is the biggest, most beautiful white and gold Rolls Royce I've ever seen. This is Buddy Guy's car, obviously. And standing in front of it are two of the biggest, meanest looking dudes I've ever seen in my life, in suits with the earpieces in, guns on their hips, just standing next to the car, one on each side, just watching the car. And I ended up getting into a conversation with them. And they were like, yeah, this was a Christmas present from Mick Jagger a few years ago. I'm like, damn, all right, that's cool, that's cool. So then the club itself, I mean, everything, this experience, it just keeps getting better and better and better and better. That's why I'm telling the story, because it's a beautiful story. The club itself, literally, like just a shut wooden door, and you pound. And a thing slides open, and you see two eyes. Well, what's the password? And then my dad knew the password because his buddy told him, and he's like, okay. And then the thing slides shut, and you hear the like it was like a movie. And then the door unlocks, and you walk in there. Amazing. So now we walk into this bar after all that, and you're thinking it couldn't get any better. Well, it does. We walk into the bar, and they have a DJ playing until Buddy Guy comes out to do his set. The DJ had to be, I would say, and especially because this was the mid-90s and I was a DJ at the time. I was a rave DJ. I'm spinning records at these underground parties, right, on the weekends. So now I'm in this bar, and the DJ, this dude had to be at least 482 years old. I mean, this dude, he must have weighed about 3 pounds, and he could barely stand. He was like sitting on a chair. He had a really crusty old turntable in front of him, and the record he was playing was skipping. Like, you talk about Dusties. Like, it was like, well, and then I saw, and then, and then, like, what the hell is, and he's not even like touching the needle or anything. He's just barely conscious, just standing there. I'm like, okay, nice. Oh, right on. So then finally, we get a table like right by the stage, and we're there for a little bit. You know, it was a weird scene, man. You know, with all that going on. But then eventually, Buddy Guy comes out, you know, and he's doing his set, and it's beautiful. And you know, hey, Buddy Guy was there, and it was a good show. And you would think that would be the end of it. Yeah, I think it was an old speakeasy. But there was one more part of the story that made it amazing, like on every level, amazing. From the Rolls Royce out front, having to get the secret code to get in through the door, the 487-year-old DJ with the skipping records, the watered down drinks, everything. Oh, and there was the opening band that came out before. I forgot to tell you about these guys. So it's Chico Banks, who, if you don't know who Chico Banks is, the dude's freaking phenomenal guitar player. It's Chico Banks. And when his band gets done playing, and then the DJ does another set before Buddy Guy comes out, the saxophone player from Chico Banks' band starts going table to table with his hat, panhandling from the customers because he's broke. And he needed a new reed, and he had his reed. And he's showing us, look, it's cracked, man. I need money to buy a new reed for my saxophone. Give money in my hat. So we're like, what the hell is this? We're at a show, and the guy from the band is panhandling from the crowd to pay for a new reed for his saxophone. It was insane. I saw Weird Al, and the Monkees opened for him. Anyway, so here's the final piece of the Buddy Guy story that just makes it the most incredible Chicago blues story night ever in my life. So after all of that, Buddy Guy's playing, and in the middle of his set, because I don't know if anyone knows anything about Buddy Guy, there's this whole story from back in the 60s about him giving guitar lessons to Eric Clapton and them jamming back and forth or whatever. And somebody from the crowd yells out something about Eric Clapton. So Buddy Guy, cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. Buddy Guy's playing his guitar. Somebody in the crowd yells something about Eric Clapton, and he goes, yeah. 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 And then he walks back by the drummer. And while he's playing, without missing a beat, because, you know, if you play guitar, you can, if your fingers are strong enough, you can hit the notes without picking them. So he doesn't stop playing. He keeps playing, but he grabs his other hand, reaches over, and grabs a drumstick from the drummer. And then walks right up, because we were in a tiny little bar. There was no stage. They were on the floor, literally right in front of us. Walks up to the guy who screamed out Eric Clapton. I'll never forget this. And being a guitar player, I know exactly what he did and how he did it. But just seeing this is amazing. So he walks up to the guy who screamed out Eric Clapton, let's go, and starts banging on the guitar with the drumstick. Like, he's literally just banging the guitar with a drumstick. He's playing Sunshine of Your Love perfectly. And he's giving this kid, not even looking at the guitar, he's looking at the kid who yelled at Eric Clapton with this sarcastic glare in his eyes, smacking the guitar with the drumstick, and it's Sunshine of Your Love. That was the most brilliant thing. Like, oh, you're gonna talk to me about Eric Clapton? I taught that punk how to play. Let me show you Eric Clapton. I could bang on my guitar with a drumstick, and it's Eric Clapton. And that's exactly what he did. It was great. One of the most. There was a beautiful, sarcastic moment. Oh, I loved it. That's just my kind of humor. That was great. And like, how do you show somebody something? How do you say volumes without saying a word? Just walk up to them and start doing that. Oh, that was awesome. Anyway, guys, that was that. You know what? Thank you. You know, you guys started mentioning stuff about music in the chat, got me talking about it, and I love talking about music. I have a lot of fun talking about the old days. I saw what's cool is I saw Kiss back in the 70s when they were like the original Kiss. And I saw them when Judas Priest opened for them. And I'll never forget because Judas Priest made me cry when I was a kid. Because they were so loud and I didn't know what the heck, you know, all that kind of screaming was. Again, I ended up going to see King Diamond, and when I was older, and Rob Halford, I saw Judas Priest in the 90s again. And I loved it the second time, but when I was a kid, he just made me cry. Logan Salmon's like, smacking the guitar, well, what about Jimi Hendrix? Well, there you go. There's the line, right? Jimi Hendrix. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, I'm not going to take anything away from him, but I mean, Buddy Guy was a contemporary. He was around back then. Buddy Guy's been around forever. The dude's older than dirt himself. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, I knew a buddy. I had a buddy. Okay, here's another rock and roll story. Being from Chicago, a friend of mine was at Buddy Guy's, not Buddy Guy, because I was talking about Buddy Guy. Stevie Ray Vaughan's very last show. And I'll never forget it because me and all my other buddies were hanging out in the garage, you know, just hanging out, drinking a few beers, whatever. And we knew that our friend went to see Stevie Ray Vaughan that night. And then he shows up after the show. And we're all like, hey, I wasn't. And he just looked like he was white as a ghost. He was there when Stevie Ray Vaughan's helicopter crashed. He was there. And he came to my house after the show because he knew we were all hanging out, wanted to know how the show was. And that's how we found out that Stevie Ray Vaughan died. A buddy of mine who was there when the helicopter crashed told us, like, yeah, man, I just watched it go down. What? Immediately, we turned on the radio, we turned on the news. We're like, what the hell's going on, you know? That was crazy. That was nuts. Joe Satriani, no, he wasn't on the helicopter. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. It's always so wonderful to see you guys here every morning. Don't forget to join us tomorrow and Friday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern with our guest Blackheart Knight. That's right. Frauditor News Network and I are going to be there as always. And so, that being said, my old friend the Elvis Gnome is going to say, oh, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up, baby. Baby, 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 baby.